448E in the interest of Zion Forkpa, and cause number 90711D in the interest of Christopher Frost. All right, we're here in each hearing, in each one of these cases for a review hearing. We are conducting these through Zoom. We are live streaming, and I'm recording to the Zoom cloud today. I don't have a reporter, so if you need a copy, let me know. All right, we'll go ahead and take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the department. Tucker Ivy's my permanency specialist. We are present ready, Your Honor.
Savannah Kincaid, I represent Ms. Johns. We're present and ready.
Jeff Hill on behalf of Christopher Frost. Judge, I haven't had any contact with him. He was incarcerated for a period of time. My understanding is he got out in April or so from TDCJ. I've never heard from him since then, so I'm here, but as ready as I can be.
General for the father, Javier Rivera. I've also had no contact with Mr. Rivera.
Jay Michelson on behalf of Mr. Forkpa. He was deported some time ago. I have not had any contact with him. I'm present and ready.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of the children.
Okay, thank y'all. So let's see, Mr. Ivy, you going to give us an update today?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I also tried to reach out to the dads since mediation. I've got a pretty big update on the case for Christopher Sr. I haven't been able to get a hold of him either. His phone rings, but no one answers. David Forkpa, I messaged on social media and he never replied to me. Javier Rivera did answer my phone call and he said he would like to participate. He couldn't show up to court today because he couldn't get off work, but that he'll make sure to be at the next court hearing, which is the final. And I told him I would give him his lawyer's information. And he did say he wants to participate and do the services required to get Naraya.
Mr. Ivy, real quick, when was that you spoke to him?
I spoke to him once last week and then this morning.
Okay, all right. When did you give him?
Right from the start. The stakes are clear as attorneys reveal who's present and who's absent.
Ms. Naranjo's information.
I texted him last week, but whenever I texted him, he said he didn't receive it. And so I told him to send me his email, and then he sent me his email. And so I'm going to email him after this court hearing, her information.
Okay. Be sure to send Ms. Naranjo his email and his phone number that you were able to reach him at so that she can have that contact. Make sure she's got the right information.
Will do.
Thank you.
And then Kadisha, I did submit the certificates showing that she completed everything asked of her on the family plan. She's been testing clean since February. She's currently looking for housing. She's on the HUD wait list and she's been on it for 7 months. And she said on August 8th, she submitted the last thing that she needs to. And that she, after court today, she has a interview with McDonald's and that she's going to look at 1-bedroom apartments. She did send me pictures of her bank statements going back 4 or 5 months. And she does have stable income currently, but she's not able to get pay stubs. She had to screenshot her bank statements in order to send them to me. And she does have a car now that she can use to get her driver's license. So she said she's just got to figure that one out and she's going to get on top of it. Christopher's doing good in his placement. He still says he wants to come home. He's still biting kids, but placement tells me that they have a good time with him at Flyer and he's very loving towards all of them. Zion, I know last time we spoke, she had that stomach or mass in her stomach of condensed food or something, but they said that that's dissipated and that she's doing really good now. She no longer has to take that laxative. Raya's not getting along with her new house parents. She was doing good until last month whenever she got new house parents, and she hasn't been getting along with the house dad. She's been very depressed and angry since the switch and just says that she wants to return home with her parents or with her mom. But overall, she's doing well since I think school will be a good distraction for her. She's also participating in soccer.
The caseworker steps up and delivers explosive updates about parents, kids, and troubling behaviors.
And so she said that she's looking forward to being like really busy, but she's just struggling with her current living situation.
Mr. Ivy, I know you mentioned about mom screenings and stuff. I noticed in the reports, I think the last ones I have, well, let me see. So she tested in March and then not again until June and July. Is that correct? Was there a
Yes.
gap? There was a gap in there?
There was a gap.
Okay, all right. When was her last hair follicle? Just is it March was her last hair?
Yes, I believe it was May.
Okay. I just don't see that one in the report. So May, I see in March she had one rejected due to insufficient sample. Do we need a hair follicle again, or are we good right now?
I mean, it's coming up. I was gonna send her for one this month.
Okay, all right. But you don't have any problem with her complying when you get ready?
No, she complies with everything I ask her to do.
Okay, all right. Anything else? I mean, we discussed the job, housing situation. We still have the criminal case that mom needs to take care of, or cases that mom needs to take care of. We're just waiting on dates set for those pleas, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then once those things get done, mainly the criminal case, because we don't need trying to place children back if mom gets sent to jail for a little bit, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are we going to start moving ahead, looking at some sort of reunification or upping visits? What are we looking at going forward right now?
I did recently up visits. As of right now, the goals for this case are still kinship adopt, trying to find someone to be placement for these kids. But after this court hearing, I was going to talk with my supervisor about changing the plan or changing one of the goals to back to family reunification if Kadisha can get stable housing. I think that's the primary thing is we need a home to put these kids in.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that she's not going to go back to jail.
Okay. And we don't have, with any of them right now, is there a permanent housing situation at this time for any of the children?
No, we have two home studies pending, one for Letitia and one for Marie Johnson,
Okay.
the great aunt, and then Kadisha's mother.
Okay. Where do we stand? You're saying they're pending. Where do we stand on those? How much longer are we expecting?
Well, Marie Johnson's got pushed back until I believe this Friday is when they're going to do the interview with her because she wasn't available and they had a hard time getting a hold of her. Because she gets a lot of spam calls, and so every time they would try and call, she would just hang up on them
Okay.
until so we were able to let her know what numbers were going to be calling her, and then she finally was able to answer and said she wouldn't be available till this Friday. So her home studies like still got a ways to go.
Okay.
Letitia's we're still waiting on the background check to be approved,
Okay.
and so
All right. But all of that stuff is in the works, and we still have a couple of months to get through some of this stuff, correct?
yes, sir.
Okay. But you stated you're going to be asking for our staffing to look at goals on these cases and where we're going to be headed in the near future.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But at this time, mom's doing well.
Yes, sir.
We still just have a few concerns as far as stability.
Yes, sir.
And the criminal. If you would just get that information to Ms. Naranjo for her client. and keep trying to reach out to the other two dads and see if we can get any contact with them.
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kincaid, any questions or anything to add today?
I don't think I have any questions. Just to add, Kadisha stays in contact with me. She's doing a great job. I think the only reason we're held up on the criminal, she does keep dropping in and out. I'm not sure if she's got bad internet, but I'll call her after this hearing if she missed something.
Okay.
I think her criminal attorney has had some health issues, so it's not for a lack of, her wanting to get it resolved. It's just actually being able to get that stuff scheduled. I did want to ask Mr. Ivy, just to make sure I understand, have you gotten all the certificates of completion that you need? I know we have discussed that in the past.
Yes, ma'am. I e-filed them with the court.
Okay, thank you. That's all I have today, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kincaid.
And Savannah, I just to let you know, I saw a lot of those certificates coming through this morning. So they're in the process of getting filed or getting worked with the clerk, so they should be in there now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Ms. Naranjo?
No questions, Judge. Mr. Trout covered everything I was going to ask.
Okay, hopefully we can get you in touch with your guy here pretty quick. All right, Mr. Hill,
No questions, ma'am.
anything to add today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Michelson. And you're muted.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, anything to add today?
Nothing to add.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Zavala.
Mr. Ivy, you had mentioned that mom is on the wait list for HUD, which is wonderful, but you also mentioned a 1-bedroom. I know it becomes very difficult because the kids aren't with her right now, but if she gets approved for a 1-bedroom, that really doesn't help us for placing 3 kids in there. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm
Excuse
sorry, go ahead.
And I've asked her, talked to her about it too, which I know she's going in and out right now, but with Naraya being placed with the great
Here the judge digs deep, pressing hard on mom's drug test, housing, and looming criminal charges.
aunt that we currently have a home study pending for, and then her taking the 2 younger ones. And so we were hoping for the 1-bedroom. She could sleep in the living room, and the 2 younger ones could have the bedroom. But I think that's all she can get through HUD housing, because we can't legally say that the kids are in her care, and so she can't get approved for more housing through HUD.
Okay. That was the only question I had, Your Honor. I don't know if you're ready for my report.
Absolutely.
Okay. The kids are generally doing well. They do very much want to come home. I do agree that Noraya is kind of butting heads with her house parents right now. They moved from being the house parents for small boys to teenage girls. And sometimes the approach is very different. But she in general is doing very well. She's looking forward to school. She's a good student. I'm excited about her starting school. I do think that she's likely the first one that could either be placed with a relative or home with mom because of behavior issues. The other 2 do have ongoing behavior issues, but they're working on it. And truth be told, if they could come back here with family and around everybody, those behavior issues might get a little better. But she's going to need kind of all hands on deck when and if they do come home. But that's absolutely what the children want. It's what I would love to see for the kids, to either be back with mom or with some family. However, everybody can come together and support these kids. I'd love to see that reunification. It does seem like there are still some things that need to be addressed, but it does look like mom's working really hard on those. So I'm hopeful, and I've got my fingers crossed on that.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. Well, we're at least headed in the right direction, I think. Obviously, we've got some hurdles here to deal with.
Judge, As far as the criminal issue, I do stay in touch with the prosecutor on that to see if we can try to get that all taken care of. I know mom's been working on it, and as Ms. Kincaid said, our attorney's had some health issues, and so that they've had some trouble getting in and out of court and getting this done. I did email the prosecutor yesterday. They're going to reach out to her criminal attorney and see if they can get this set. There's been a plea offer out there. My understanding it's about she would have about a week or 7 days of jail time to do, and then be done with all the criminal stuff. They just got to get in and get those things done.
Okay. All right, well, hopefully that'll all resolve here pretty quickly.
Yes.
And then, it seems, I agree. I mean, the housing issue seems like we gotta, this may be a couple of different steps, but, we can, even get one of the kids home first and then maybe the other one. And then at least, like I said, Naraya's kind of, she's at least close and kind of situated right now. So, okay, then I'll continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will continue the children's placements. I would find there'd be a continuing danger to return the children home today, but that we are obviously working in the right direction. Mom is in compliance with her services and with what we're expecting of her. Fathers, obviously at this point in time, are not. And we are scheduled for our final on October 14th of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. Obviously, that is our drop dead dismissal date. Let's see, drop dead dismissal date is October 17th. And so, we've extended. There's only kind of one other thing to, we only have one other trick up our sleeve, so to speak, at that point, but it sounding like it might be appropriate
Yes, ma'am.
at that point in time. So, at least we do have the possibility of a monitored return available. Okay, I'll see everybody back October. If y'all have any consensus about any of that prior to the hearing, we can certainly have some discussion about that by email in the event that everybody's got an agreement about things. And, I don't want everybody spending a bunch of time getting ready for a final that's not going to happen. So,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. All right. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right, everybody have a good day.
Thank you.
I have something to say before everybody leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
I did go get a hair follicle done Thursday.
Okay.
So I did get a hair follicle, and then I am doing my best. I just got an interview today. I'm going to go look at apartments that's in my price range. I did fill out the paperwork that Panhandle Community Service HUD needed. So it's got all 5 of us on there. So everything is good. I just
Okay.
wanted to let y'all know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. My phone keep kicking me out of the hearing. I was getting frustrated.
No problem. Listen, everybody's reporting. I mean, you're doing well. And we've just got some hurdles
Thank
to
you.
get over with the criminal stuff and the housing stuff. And we're still working with kiddos on some behaviors, but I think your attorney plans to give you a call just to make sure you didn't miss. Well, and we've lost her again. Oh, there she is. So I think Ms. Kincaid's going to give you a call, Ms. Johns, just to make sure you didn't miss anything, but everything's okay. All right, Ms. Kincaid, I'll let you try to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, I'll give her a call. She stays in really good contact, so I'll
Okay.
get her.
Okay. Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
appreciate you.
The children's hopes collide with harsh realities, and the courtroom feels torn between heart and caution.
All right. Cause number 99724D, in the interest of Jordan Lundegreen, we're here today for our initial permanency hearing. We are conducting this through Zoom under finding a good cause and agreement of the parties. We're live streaming and I'm recording to the Zoom cloud. If you need a copy, let me know. All right, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trial for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Cassie Kopic is my permanency specialist. We're present ready.
Stacey Brown on behalf of the mother, Emily Domini. She's present and I'm ready.
Judge Jeff Hill, I am here. I do not see Mr. Oh, there he is. There he is. We're ready, Judge. He's here.
Okay.
Stacy Zavala on behalf of Jordan.
Okay. All right, let's see. Ms. Kopic, I guess you're going to give us the update, so we'll turn it over to you.
So parents did test positive for marijuana in June. So we do want them to do an OSAR evaluation. Also, I did ask them to do a hair follicle when they did their UA this month, but they didn't do that. So we'd like for them, or not this month, last month, we would like them to do a UA. They have been working services. They're working, they did get a car. They have jobs. Today they go to their visits. Today they're having a visit. Counseling, they've been attending that. I think that they're almost done with that. Cody did complete his parenting class, and Emily's still working on hers. The baby's still placed in the foster home in Plainview, and she's doing well in there. She's having all of her needs met. That's about it.
Ms. Kopic, the living situation, they're still working on trying to get moved into the main house. Do we know when that will happen or what we're looking at there?
So when I went out there last month, they said that those people should be out of the house by the end of last month, but I haven't went over there this month. So I'm not exactly sure the status of them moving there. They said that if they didn't end up moving out, that they would look for them another place. And they have, I believe they're on the waiting list too for HUD.
Okay. All right.
But they're really far down on the list.
Okay. As far as the house they're looking at moving into, and that's with maternal grandmother?
Yes, and I haven't been in that home. I've been to the outside, but they haven't let me in. So just talk to me
Okay,
outside.
that was gonna be my next question. Have you been able to see the inside of that home yet?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. Anything else, concerns that we need parents to get started on?
I just need them to do another OSAR evaluation since they did have that positive marijuana drug screen, and I'd like for them to hair follicle if they can today.
Okay. Do you
Judge,
know?
I would object to the entry of any drug screen results for the truth of the matter, but only for consideration of the court for service plans for the parents.
All right. I'll sustain the objection. I mean, she's just asking for that they go test today. So
Yes.
No problem, Judge. Just making a record technically. Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Ms. Covey, do you know why parents didn't hair follicle for you last month?
I don't know why. They did tell me the reason they tested positive for marijuana was because that there was a family drama and they needed to calm down, or not exactly in those words, but essentially that.
Okay. But did they do a UA for you last month? Just didn't do the hair follicle?
Correct. And the UA was negative.
Okay. All right. All right. But the rest of the services are set up. They're just getting started, working on everything.
Yes, they've been working services.
Okay.
They might be done with counseling. I'm not exactly sure with that, but I know they were getting close to it. We would ask them to do couples counseling once they're finished with their individual sessions as well too.
Okay. Is couples counseling going to be through? Are they seeing the same counselor?
They're in Jennings counseling, so we would just have them stick with him, or if he doesn't want to do that, we could do another provider at the same location.
Okay. All right. But we'll reach out to that provider
Yes.
and see if they'll do that.
Yes.
All right. And how's the child doing?
She's doing great. She's having all of her medical needs met. She's developing at an appropriate pace. She's on target.
Okay. And no concerns with the child at this time?
No, nothing that, I mean, she has a heart thing, but she goes to the cardiologist and they won't see her for another month. So everything that she needs is being taken care of. and she goes to the doctor as recommended by the pediatrician.
Okay. Visits going well?
Yes.
No concerns there?
No.
Okay. So the only thing really we're asking today is for parents to go hair follicle.
Yes.
Do you need a UA also, or just a hair follicle today?
The hair follicle will be fine.
Okay, just a hair follicle, and for parents to do another OSAR.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Kopic, have y'all talked with them about the couples counseling? Has that been
I
discussed
have.
with them?
I have not talked to them about that.
You
I was gonna
have?
wait till I haven't.
Okay. All right. All
Are
right.
you, Ms. Cobbett, are you waiting on to see, make sure they have completed their individuals first? Is that what you
Yeah.
need? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, but I think it's important that they know that that may be an expectation, and I don't know whether that was in the original family plan of service or not. So mom is shaking her head no. So, I mean, if that is something we're going to be looking at, in the near future, then I'd just soon go ahead and talk about it today. So to the parents, not unusual. If you're going to stay together as a couple, we often are going to want that. So let me just ask, do either of you have any problem with, once you're done with your individual counseling, moving into that couples counseling?
Ma'am?
No, ma'am, we have,
We already finished our single counseling, and I already got my certificate for parenting classes. But if we need to, we can do couple counseling. I mean, it don't matter to us.
I think y'all find it beneficial, I think it just is, it gives you just
I mean, it
another
helps
set
us
of
with our
tools.
relationship, so I mean, it's good for us and the baby, so that's fine. It don't matter to us. We'll take it. If you're offering, we'll take it. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, when we get all the certificates and everything in, then Ms. Coppett can get that scheduled, and I think it just gives you all another tool, moving forward. So, okay. All right, then, Ms. Grant, anything else today?
just a couple of clarifications, Your Honor. Ms. Kopic, did you file the May drug screen results into the case?
I do not think that I did. I can get
Okay.
those filed though.
Okay, or you can email them to me if you don't mind. I'm not in receipt of that information other than in your report, and I'd just like to take a look. Additionally, are we still waiting on drug screen results from the July 29th screen?
The UA was negative and they didn't do the hair follicle. So that's why I wanted to do the hair follicle.
Okay, and have you filed those results with the court yet?
No.
Okay, could you include those in what you're going to send to me or what you're going to file next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that was all the clarification I had, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Can y'all give me just one quick second?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a turning point where one decision could either reunite or divide this family further.
Is maternal grandmother's house, right? Okay. That's
Seems
how
so.
That's
Okay.
how I understood it. And so I know there's some other people living there in addition to maternal grandmother. Those people
Gotcha.
may be leaving, and then mom and dad could move in with maternal grandmother.
Okay, so that would be part of reunification potentially in the future then, right?
Sounds like it might be. I
Great.
don't know if that would be a long-term thing. Dad's trying to tell us something. Let's see what he's got to say.
So those other people have moved out. Well, I'm saying getting the whole house cleaned up, and spotless and everything. It's good to go. But they just moved out, like I want to say, was it Friday, Saturday? So we've been cleaning the house and trying to get everything situated. We just got the yard mowed, the trash picked up in the yard, so everything is going good. It's slowly getting there, but I do get there's a couple holes that they had left that I do got to go over and pouch over and fix the holes. But I know how to do that. But it should be done within, let's say, a couple of checks, at least 2 or 3 checks. I should have it all good to go.
Okay. And just keep in touch with Ms.
Thank you.
Kopic and let her know, when you guys have got done what you're wanting to get done.
Yes,
And then she can come check it out. Okay.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right, then. I'm going to continue the department as temporary managing conservator, and I will continue the child's current placement. Find there'd be a continuing danger to return the child home today, but that parents are in compliance with their service plans. I think we're making really good progress. I am going to order them to go do their hair test today by 4 o'clock. Can y'all get there before 4 today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, go get that knocked out for us. So we've got that. And then I will see y'all back December 9th of 2025. That'll be on a 9 o'clock docket. If the house is looking good and parents are kind of wrap things up, I hope that we would be working into a reunification plan by then. So,
And Judge, what about, are we good for parents to go do the OSAR, and add in the couples counseling once the individual's over with?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to, because of the drug screen. I mean, we do want we want the other OSAR and any recommendations about that. And then, folks, I know, I mean, I hear it all the time. It's just marijuana. I mean, I get it. I hear it. I know it's legal in a lot of places, but it is not in Texas. And so it is still considered to be an illegal drug. And that's a problem when you're involved with the department. So just stay away from the pot, and let's focus really hard on getting Jordan home. I do want y'all to do the couples counseling, and you've told me you're willing to do that. So I think it's a good thing for y'all to do as a family. I really do. So we'll add those 2 requirements. But hopefully the OSAR won't take you long maybe to knock that out, and then the couples counseling. It may be, we'll see what the OSAR recommendations are, but Ms. Kopic, it may be that the couples counseling could even address the concerns in a subsequent OSAR. Particularly because it's marijuana. So, that's something that we can look at instead of, yet another service provider. I feel like that is something that really could be addressed in the couples counseling. Unless anybody's got a great big objection to that.
I don't, John.
Okay. Okay, let me just add in a note about that. Did y'all tell me they were both seeing Jennings?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Like everybody over there is perfectly qualified to address that issue. So, okay. All right, then. I'll see everybody back in December. Continued good luck and success to the parents. Y'all are doing a good job.
And Judge, we said December 9th.
Yes, December 9th on a 9 o'clock docket.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank you, Judge.
And that's the last thing we had set.
A new case begins. Parents face drug test disputes, and counseling sparks fresh courtroom tension. The suspense doesn't end. It resets with new faces, new risks, and yet another fight for a child's future.